Massive micro LED TVs might seem like they're the wave of the future and very well could possibly be replacing projector home theaters in the near future. This weekend, I was at Audio Advice Live and had the opportunity to check out firsthand in person a 146-inch diagonal Samsung The Wall micro LED TV. Now this TV was spectacular, absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful colors, extremely bright, even with all the lights on. But looking at the micro LED TVs, I have some opinions and pretty strong opinions on why they will not be replacing projectors anytime soon. Now, before I share my thoughts on micro LEDs replacing projectors, here's a word from our platinum sponsor, Arundel. Quality speakers and subwoofers are essential to providing an immersive home theater experience. Arundel Sound offers a wide range of high-performance audio gear to elevate your home theater and two-channel system. The 1961 series offers affordability and excellence without compromising on build quality or performance. For the ultimate symphonic nirvana, don't miss their flagship 1723 series. And with a risk-free 60-day audition period, free shipping, and a 10-year warranty, you've got nothing to lose. Check out ArundelSound.com to take your home theater to the next level. Now, the first obvious reason is the cost. Of course, with any new technology, it always starts out really high, pretty much out of reach for most consumers. But of course, over time, over the next 5 years, 8 years, maybe even 10 years, we'll definitely see the price of micro LED and these massive displays be reduced in price. But at the present, if you're having to spend over $100,000, sometimes over $200,000 for a micro LED display that's massive, that's just simply not within reach for most consumers like myself. Another reason is the amount of heat that they currently produce. So when you walk up to a micro LED display like the 146-inch Samsung The Wall, when you walk up and put your hand close to it, you can definitely feel a significant amount of heat coming off of that display. Now, I know if I were to put that in my room here, that absolutely would not work. I've got enough heat as it is with some of my components in the room, such as my processor and amplifier and a few other various sources. Fortunately, in my theater room, I do have my projector outside the room, so that removes some element of heat. But right now, I don't need a space heater here in Florida. Another issue you run into is just the sheer size of this system. And so when we were at Audio Advice Live, they were telling me that at one point they had a struggle getting it into the room and had to kind of break it down a little bit further so that it could actually get through the doors so that they could then assemble it. And speaking of assembly, this isn't something that you're going to be able to do on your own. You're definitely going to want to hire a professional to mount and secure this. At Audio Advice Live, they actually contracted a company to build a wooden wall, a structure that would be strong enough to be able to support this massive display. The last thing you want to do is to be in bed asleep one night and wake up to a big crash and walk out in your living room and you see this gorgeous micro LED just laying on the floor. Now, hopefully the micro LED technology will be around for a long time and the TV will run and operate perfectly for years and years to come if you choose to buy one. But what happens when new technology comes into play? What happens when you want to upgrade to the latest, greatest technology? Maybe it's nano LEDs. Okay, now you've got this big, massive display. How are you going to dispose of it? Where are we going to put this? This is going into a landfill. This is going out back into our environment. And I'm not like a super environmentalist that's always on the fight for our world and keeping it clean. But let's face it, that's a big chunk of garbage once it's obsolete. It's going to go into our landfills and you have to figure out a way to dispose of it. So that's just something you might want to consider as well. Another reason is most of the time these micro LEDs are set up as a 16:9 format. But what about guys like me that want a scope screen, 2.35, 2.40 to 1? Now my understanding is you can assemble these and make these as wide as you want, but just the standard sizes right now seem to be a general 16:9 aspect ratio. Now the last reason, and I think is a really significant one that micro LED will have to overcome, is the fact that because you've got this big massive screen, where are you going to put your center channel? So in a home theater, the center channel is one of the most important aspects of getting good quality experience and an immersive experience into a home theater setup. And anytime that you have a large display, you're forced with placing that center channel either above, which definitely is not ideal, or in this case at Audio Advice Live, they had to mount the screen up pretty high, probably higher than what you would normally mount, and then place that center channel below it. Now this of course isn't ideal because we're watching something on the screen, but yet our ears and our brain knows that the sound is coming from beneath. Now some processors like Trinov can do some things to manipulate that sound to try to elevate and increase the height of that, at least perceptually in our brains. But again, it's still not perfect. And so we always know that that sound is not coming from where the action that we're seeing on screen. So even for that reason alone, until micro LED can figure out a way to implement a dedicated center channel behind the screen or within that screen, I think that's going to pose a major issue for home theater enthusiasts like myself. Now I'd love to hear your thoughts on micro LED technology. Do you think it's a formidable and viable solution for projectors today? Or do you think that they're set up primarily for a living room setup and not necessarily a home theater space? Now I'd love to get your thoughts on the matter. Do you think that micro LED technology is going to replace projectors in home theater? Also check out the videos from Audio Advice Live that I posted right here. There's some great content there, as well as several more videos to come. And as always, be blessed, and I will catch you in the next video.